Can we? What can we say more about the attacks on 9/11? I believe that the planes were hijacked. The people did have probably some training within Saudi Arabia or Afghanistan in how to fly planes. The Bin Ladens, of course, have a network of people who are able to fly, or Pakistan, because they have links with the Pakistani military and Saudi military. And who are those trained by? They're trained by Western powers like the United States. Particularly the United States has been training the Saudi Arabian army, training them to counter terrorism. And the threat from Al-Qaeda was long before 9/11. It goes back for over 40 years to the 70s, and then beyond that to when Roosevelt, Truman, later Truman, and then Churchill gave the Bin Ladens their sovereignty over Saudi Arabia and the Saudi crime family sovereignty over the Arabian Peninsula. That is where the link starts from Churchill. Also, later, Margaret Thatcher allowed the Bin Ladens into Britain, into the banking sector and into the construction centre. This is why there are other feudalist crime families in the West which have to be dealt with as well as Al-Qaeda and the Bin Laden's crime family, although Al-Qaeda are the most dangerous because they want to get nuclear weapons. Most of the people killed by Al-Qaeda have been killed in the same way that other people who have been killed by feudalist crime families in both the West, the Gulf and other places, and that is by knives, poison and boxing. As you saw in the report, a woman tried to stab a former minister with a knife. This is not high-tech stuff, you know. Most of the people have been killed in that fashion in the Middle East. Perhaps millions of people, Muslim people, have been killed by the Bin Laden crime family. And you out there who believe that in the same slogans as Muslims Against Crusades, that vile, sick group who burn poppies, who burn the images of British soldiers, should remember that they are the ones who want to kill your families, right? The Muslim fanatics, the jihadists, are the ones who want to bring your civilization down to back to the Stone Age. Not the Iron Age of the time of Muhammad, but to the Stone Age, because that's where the West will bomb you to, with JDAMs, right? You're fanatical and feudalistic, and it is about feudalism. It's not about religion. Their belief is that they own you, that you are an economic resource for their families, the Saudi and Bin Laden crime families, right? There are feudalistic crime families in the West who are into drugs, oil business and construction and banking, right? I'm not going to mention their names because they're still intact, but they exist. They have killed thousands of people. They've killed thousands of Westerners, right? We have the same problems that you in the Muslim world have, except that we bury ours and we do not talk about them. But those feudalistic crime families didn't do 9/11. They didn't expel themselves out of the international system the way the Bin Ladens did. The Bin Ladens did it because of egotism and they believed that they were invincible and untouchable. Well, the death of Osama Bin Laden proves that they are not invincible and they were not untouchable. And no other Western or Eastern or Southern crime family, that includes you, Julius Malema, you, Jacob Zuma, alright, who are raping South Africa of its wealth and natural resources and killing millions of white people, millions of Boers, English and Afrikaners, alright, that you are immune, or Mugabe, you who have billions of pounds and billions of rand, right, are not immune from the reach of the European Union, of the United States, and people should rightly fear the presidents of the EU, Herman Van Rompuy, and the President of the United States, Barack Obama. When they reach out, they can touch almost anyone. That is why I say now destroy Al-Qaeda. Now destroy the Saudi and Bin Laden crime families.